All right, we're back. Still got battery on this thing? Yeah, we're good. We're going. Let's slide towards me a tiny bit. Okay, so we'll just use this line as like a reference. Okay, so we're doing outside passing. It's exactly what it sounds like. I'm going outside and around my partner. This is really effective against people who have like very good guards. Typically, if their guard is really good, you do not want to go right into their guard. You don't want to be on your knees. If you go in here low and on your knees, you're just going to get tangled up right away, and then you're going to be dealing with like these very specific ways of trying to pass, which if you're a little bit newer, it's going to be much more difficult. You're not going to know those specific ways. So to simplify everything, I'm just going to stay on the outside. And so my goal is going to be, I need to keep my legs out, and I need to keep my head forward and my arms forward. So the first thing that connects to him is going to be my hands just right on my partner's shins. Now, I'm going to do just like a basic one, and we'll kind of talk a little bit more concepts. But so the general idea is circle out to the side, keep those legs out. Once I get to the point where my arms are starting to make an X, I'm going to transition my hands off so now I can uncross them and then get to this north-south position. So I'm right above my partner. I start dropping down to my knees, and then I can finish in either the north-south here, or you can start finishing like a side control position, and there's going to be chances for you to take the back as well, depending on how he reacts. But that's the general concepts. Get around the outside, get to his head. Now, if you just are with someone pretty advanced, you're going to try and go around. They're just going to follow you. You're going to kind of get roadblocked trying to go around. So I like to try and get him a little bit confused on what I'm going to do. So I'll grab his legs, and I'll start getting his legs loose, moving side to side. And as I throw his legs towards one side, I'm not just going to like completely let go of them. I'm going to start moving them out to the side and immediately try to get both hands on the near side leg so I can start pushing. But again, creating that little bit of like side to side motion so it is not completely certain of where I'm going to go. I'm just kind of swinging his legs until I'm ready to start circling, try to get my hands on his legs. Normally he's going to try to like follow me and get his guard back. So I'm just going to continue circling around until I can get my hands on his legs. If the guy's flexible, he'll even try to bring like his feet towards your chest in this position. If that happens, just throw the feet out of the way. It's going to do an ab workout. I'm doing this over and over again. You get tired. And then my goal is, again, look for the opportunity to lay on him. Now, one of the keys of outside passing is when you decide to commit to a guard pass, you have to know you have the guard pass. Because if he starts to recover his guard and I lay on him, I'm going to go into his guard, which is, again, what we don't want. So if I get any sort of sensation as I'm trying to get around that I'm going to lay on him, maybe his legs start to come in to recover, I'm just going to back out again, circle again to the outside. I try to lay on him, put some pressure, he tries to get his legs, I'm right back out again. So I'm not going to be fully committing to the guard pass until it's much more available. I want it to be very obvious that it's available, so I'm not giving him a chance to tie me up and connect to me. If I can create this type of a situation, he will never be able to play guard. So that's what my goal is going to be. Now, along with these concepts of circling, he's going to try to grab my legs. It's hard to like completely stop him too. So no matter how he decides to, I'm always going to be doing some like inside pummeling. I'm circling my feet inside this kind of pummeling type direction with my legs. So as I circle, if he starts to get any sort of a grip, I'm circling in. If he grabs the other leg, same kind of thing, circling in. I'm constantly trying to prevent him from touching my legs. Similar concept is going to be him controlling my arms. Now, the arm that's going to be a little bit more exposed for attacks is going to be the lead side. So if I'm passing towards my right arm is going to be the one that's more in danger. So I need to make sure I'm able to clear that side, and I'm really loose with this arm. I'm not going to really put a whole lot of weight on the side that I'm passing to, because if I put too much weight, that's where my arm's going to get stuck, and then maybe he has a chance to start pulling me into maybe some sort of a guard or submission attacks like arm bars and triangles. So whatever side you're passing to, if he starts attacking that arm, make sure that's loose. So in this case, I'm going to my left, so that left arm is loose. I'm always trying to get to that top side. That's just going to help me kind of keep it safer so I can get to this outside position. So again, I'm trying to stay loose with my passing, moving around the outside, not connecting too much, not giving him anything to play a guard with, right? I'm on the outside here. He's trying to play his guard. I'm trying to stay like barely in contact with him, just enough to circle. Now, when this starts to happen, I kind of mentioned before, you're trying to get to north-south, side control, and in some cases, you'll be able to get to his back. If he starts to try and recover his guard in this case, like kind of fight a tiny bit more, so he's trying to get his guard back, I'm trying to pass, There's going to be situations where I'm able to get around him and he's trying to turn on his side to get again back to his guard, and I'm going to get the chance to take my partner's back. So this is going to be where it starts to turn into that. Again, he's like trying to recover his guard. He usually has to turn slightly. I'm trying to get him to expose himself so I can get around to my partner's back off of the guard pass. That's going to be probably like one of the best situations, especially when he starts to feel he's having a difficult time bending, bringing his legs up and over. That's going to be mostly what you're going to deal with, is a guy trying to throw his legs up to square up with you, this kind of concept. At some point, he's going to have to turn maybe to his knees, and that's going to be where I can maybe try to take his back. So always be prepared for that. Think of those as your 3 main objectives: side control, north-south, and the back. I would prioritize north-south because that's going to keep you further away from your partner's legs. The side control, it's kind of like an option that will present itself when trying to go to north-south. And then the back is something that he has to kind of give to you when you're looking for those options. So just be prepared that if he turns at all, that's when the back exposure will come, and then you have a chance to try and get your seatbelt grip or body lock, kind of attack the turtle position, try to get your hooks in, all that good stuff. So outside passing, it takes a lot more movement, but it's a lot less like super technical and stuck positioning, and puts him at an extreme disadvantage. The biggest thing is he cannot play a guard if I do proper outside passing. So this is something that's really important when you're dealing with someone that has a really good guard. If they can't play guard, they're basically chasing you the whole time. They're going to get fatigued more than you're going to get fatigued. So that's going to be the goal, is try to get them tired. And that's when you're going to see that opening to, again, pass or take their back. All right. Thanks, Mike.